Hi, I'm Margaret from Margaret's Crafts. I want to share with you my knitting and crocheting. I have no sewing for November and for the month of November and into the beginning of December. And what I have to start off with, I'm going to show you my finished items. The first one I finished is a pair of socks for my son. I use the Premier's Deborah Norville sock weight yarn. And what I used was the Premier's Deborah Norville sock weight yarn in aquamarine. And the pattern is Rudy Got Soul by Amy Klimt. It was a free pattern on Ravelry. I don't know if you can see the pattern. The pattern. And my son does have large feet. He wears a 15, 6E. So it was a lot of sock to knit. I used the Fish Lip Kiss heel, which I love. And a short cuff. So these are all done. And I had just one problem with one of my skeins of yarn. This is the one. And I'll tell you what happened with it later, a little bit later. In that one yarn, I had 8 breaks that were knots that were tied, and one were the yarn that was splitting. So I had to keep going down so I could kind of keep them still matched up. But it wasn't too bad because they're a close pattern repeat. So it wasn't too bad. But I wanted to just show you, I have all those ends to weave in. Before I weave them in, I want to show you them all. That was a lot of fun. The other spool, because you need 2 spools of yarn, I had none. It's just the beginning and the end, and those are weaved in already. My next finished item is a little scarf that I made, and it is just a double crocheted scarf with a single crochet around the edge of it. It's for a little boy. And the yarn that I used was Karen Simply Soft in the black and Loops and Thread Snuggly Wuggly Baby Sport in Dove Gray. And then I went to the store and I picked up a yarn-on that I got to be real careful. I have a little yarn that I used when I do my quilting. It's just a little tip of an yarn thingy. And I'm going to yarn that so it just hits on there. And I put a little dinosaur on it because it's for a little boy. The next thing I have done, I'm calling it complete because I don't know exactly what I want to do with it. It's just a Minnie Mouse hat. And the thread that I use, the black is just a Red Heart Super Saver in black. And then this purple is the, I got it in a bag at Joann's, you know, with the mill ends. And what I believed it is when I looked at it, I believe it is the Premier Deborah Norville Serenity Garden in Crocus, Crocus. When I looked it up online, that's what it looks like, and it's a size 2. So I held it double and did around the bottom of the hat. And what I'm deciding to do on is either put her little bow, like Minnie Mouse has a bow right here, or I had crocheted a little crown because I gave her one already, the little girl that I'm giving it to. And I was deciding to maybe put a crown around the top of it. So I haven't decided. I'm going to give it to her on Monday. So I'll figure it out today or tomorrow, which one I like the best. And then I have little white buttons I'm going to put on there. And then I'll probably put them in the little peaks right here of the crown. So I'm considering that's done because it's just figuring out what to do with the other little accessories. And then the last thing that I have done is a Frozen themed hat, and this is Elsa. And it is just from a, it's a pattern that I found online. And it is the Red Heart Super Saver in the white. And you just do your, like your beanie hat. And then you use it. It's a free pattern. So then you attach your threads to go around the edge. And what I forgot to do is on the end of her ponytail, I'm going to put this color of her crown that she has. And her crown is made out of this right here. Her crown is made out of this. And this is the metallic. I love this yarn and Peacock Sparkle. So that's her hat with the crown. I don't have a little child-sized head, so I just stuffed it to show. And her braid. Okay, the next items I have are things that I'm working on. And I'm working on a pair of socks. I'm hoping to get these done by next week. I have nothing else that I'm working on but these socks for Christmas. These are a pair of socks for my husband. The pattern is Simple Skype Socks by Adrienne Koo. And it's a free pattern on Ravelry. Okay, it's a free pattern on Ravelry. And I used the Fish Lip Kiss Heel. So I'm about an inch down until I start my toe decreases on this one. And I got the cuff and the heel in on this one. So I have to really work on this. And the yarn that I'm using is Peyton's North America Croy Sock Rag Shades in the blue striped rag. Okay, and the last thing I'm working on, last time I was working the same thing, but it is the Bellevue tunic. It's in the book Love of Knitting for fall 2014. And I had did it out of that cream color. And as I worked on it, that I noticed that my make ones, because it just said make one, I didn't read the instructions carefully at the beginning. And you're supposed to make one a certain way. And I didn't do it. And it still left a little bigger holes. And even when I tore it all out and went back and started it again. And with that yarn, the make one just seemed to come out a little bit bigger. So I picked a different yarn this time. It is that yarn that I had bought the last time. The loops and threads impeccable. In the earth colorway. And started it over. And I love the way that this one, the way it's making out the pattern. You don't see, you can see a little bit of where they were, but I think once it gets washed, it'll all cover it up some. So I haven't been working on this because I wanted to get my Christmas stuff done. So that's been on hold for the last couple of weeks now. So yeah, I tried that other one twice. I didn't really like it. And then I picked this one up and I like this one a lot better. And I love the colors as it's going around. Now for the things that I've acquired for this week, I finally, our Tuesday morning, finally got the chagoos in. So I went like the week before, I had went a couple days before and they didn't have them. So then I waited and I went back a week later and they had them. And of course they were picked through by the time I got there, but I was still able to get some. So these are the chagoos. They're not the red lace ones. They're just the regular chagoos. And they were all $2.49 except one. This 16-inch size 5 was $2.99. And then I got a 16-inch size 4 for $2.49. I got two 16-inch size 0s, which were $2.49 each. I got two 32-inch size 1s, $2.49. I got one 40-inch 0, $2.49, and a 32-inch 2 for $2.49. And I found that we have a local yarn store. Didn't know we had it. I mean, I pass this thing by all the time. It's in the Flaming Ice Cube. And our store has a yarn section. They have yarn classes. They have everything. So I want to go to a knit night one of these nights. I haven't gone yet because it's the holiday and everything. And my work schedule has been a little crazy. And so I was able to go there and I picked up some needles that I wanted to try. I picked up a 47-inch size 9 Addy Turbo Rockets. I'm already using them in my top that I'm making. And I picked up two 24-inch size 1s Addy Turbo Sock Rockets. Love the sock rockets. That means I'm going to go back and I'm going to get some more. Also from there, I picked up some Heritage Paints Cascade yarn, hand painted. And it says it's in the colorway number 9810. And when I checked it online, they said this was one of their new yarns. Okay, the name of it is Queen of Hearts. And it is reds to deep burgundies, blacks, grays, like a real light gray, medium gray, dark gray. Yeah, right here you're getting a good color of it. So that was the only yarn that I purchased because my husband got me some yarn and some more needles for Christmas, but I can't show those. But because, remember I was telling you about this yarn, I wrote to the company about all the breaks in it. They got in touch with me so fast. And they were so nice, and they apologized for everything, and they sent me some more yarn. They sent me two of the yarns that I had that broke, so I can make more socks with those. And then they also sent me some of their wool-free lace, which is a size 1. And it is 448 yards, 88% acrylic, 5% metallic, 7% PBT. And it is in, what color is this? Lilac Dream. It's real pretty and real metallic-y. It's got a lot of shine to it. So that was wonderful of them to do that. They also sent other things. They sent a slew of patterns and a apology card that they actually wrote in. So I thought that was fantastic. Oh, I did make one more thing. What I'm doing out of my son's yarn that they have left over from their sock, I do some kind of an ornament, or to buy some kind of an ornament every year. So I knitted a little swatch, and then I attached a little ball of yarn to it, and then it's on like toothpicks, and then I have hanging from a piece of metal. And put little beads on the end of the toothpick. I still have my other son's ones to make. These take no time to do. And then you actually knit them onto the little toothpicks. So I showed it to him, and he thought that was so cute. So I have that. And for the ball, to keep the ball from unraveling, I just took some glue and glued all around the ball, and then let it sit and get hardened. And it was a clear glue, so you can't see it, and it's not really shiny or anything like that, and it keeps the ball in the bottom. I don't know if you could see that. And that's all my knitting and crocheting that I have done for now. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for watching my videos. Bye.